Hey there, this is Monolith Soft-games. Everyone is eagerly awaiting the Switch 2, the new Nintendo console following the current Switch device. With a high chance of Monolith Soft releasing their next game for that next-gen console and the current downtime in terms of news, it's the perfect point in time to look back at the existing Xenoblade games and determine what game did certain things the best. Heads up, there's bound to be different opinions, so I advise all of you to keep it peaceful and ideally tell us your best of list in the comments area. But without further ado, here's the best of Xenoblade. Number 1. Best Trailer. The first Xenoblade had a very tepid reaction when it was first revealed via trailer under the old name Monado. There wasn't much hype until later. Similarly, Xenoblade 2's first trailer was okay, but it didn't exactly pull my pants. Xenoblade 3's reveal trailer was nicely done, but it still doesn't come close to Xenoblade X's initial trailer. That teaser trailer still gets my heart racing. It shows such massive improvement over the previous game. Its music is so chilling, the promised Mecha gameplay, and then it has this, in retrospect, hilarious troll moment of putting a Shulk lookalike at its end. I still watch this trailer every now and then, and it never gets tired. Best trailer for sure. Number 2. Best Hero. Let's make this one short. I like Rex, but I'm generally not a fan of very young characters. Noah is okay, but he's such a blank slate really, always friendly and understanding of everyone. It never shows us some real personality. Shulk might be similar, but his whole reason to go on a journey has way more selfish emotion than Noah's. Shulk wants revenge, that's it. And I like it. Plus he's a mechanic and science guy, giving him some additional personality. He's the best hero. Number 3. Best Villain. This one has been surprisingly easy because all the other Xenoblade games are somewhat let downs in that area. Sansa doesn't appear for most of the game, Seth felt very generic, no matter what deeper message he was supposed to symbolize. There's some interesting support villains like Dixon or Anne, but there's one truly great villain, Malos. This guy always acts like he owns the place. His voice actor sounds like he loved this character, and just every moment watching him is pure fun. A villain that enjoys himself and is powerful enough to carry his role as the bad guy. It doesn't get better than that. Malos is the best villain.
Get out of the way, Nia! Have you gone mad?
You're the one who's off your nut, wheeling on a child.
Nia, I don't think you quite comprehend your position.
I get it, but...
You're starting to piss me off!
Number 4. Best Quote. The winner of Best Quote as well as the runner-up are directly tied to both my choices for Best Hero and Best Villain. The latter one wins, with Malos' final words being
All in all, it wasn't so bad.
Malos.
Runner-up is one of Shulk's final lines in the game, when he's talking about how he wants to meet the people of other worlds. A quote that, long before any secrets were ever hinted at, got me hyped for a direct continuation of the game. Can you imagine when I got to Xenoblade 2's end and those hopes of mine were confirmed? Yeah, one of the best quotes, absolutely.
One day, I hope I can meet them all. The people of this endless world.
Me too. We will. I know it.
We'll meet them. And whatever happens, we'll face our future together.
Number 5. Best Voice Acting. While Malos' voice actor had a lot of fun with his character, there's one party member that just completely owns its role and became a fan favorite, me being one of those fans. I'm talking about Mia, of course, the Welsh cat. Almost every line of hers is fun listening to, and it's no wonder meeting her again in Xenoblade 3 is one of the high points of that game. Mia's voice acting is the best. Thank you so much, Catherine Mayhew.
I am burdened no longer. Not by my past, not by Jin. I am finally free.
A blade! What the?
I'm no longer afraid. This is who I am, Rex. What's the point in living if I have to hide? Thank you for helping me see. I love you, Rex.
What?
Number 6. Best Nopon. Anybody following my channel will know who I'm gonna pick, so no beating around the bush. The best Nopon is, of course, Tora. Tragic backstory, fun and never faltering attitude, loyal to a fault, a healthy dose of perviness, and one of the minds behind Origin, aka one of those who saved the two worlds in Xenoblade 3. Wait, someone's disagreeing? Meh meh meh. Number 7. Best Waifu or Husbando. What better time to do this category than right after voting Tora the best Nopon, huh? There's lots of beautiful girls in the Xenoblade series, as well as guys, mind you, so it's anything but easy to pick one. Or is it? My answer has been the same for a long time, so here it is again. Best waifu of all the Xenoblade games is Sharla. Absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, strong-willed and capable, and willing to walk towards the future even after severe personal loss, and ever supportive of others. Waifu might be more of a horny type of thing usually, but Sharla is probably the Xenoblade girl that I truly take for a wife. Sharla is the best waifu. Number 8. Best cutscene. The Xenoblade franchise has always been extremely strong on the cutscene department, both in terms of presentation and excitement. But there's really one cutscene that stands out above the rest, because it's such an instance of true genius acting, both for the motion capturing and the accompanying voice acting. It's the reaction of N in Xenoblade 3 after he realized that he had been tricked and his Mio died.
What? Impossible. You're... Ouroboros. Does that mean... back then, the two of you... So... the one who died is... Why, Mio? Why would you do this to me? You said you'd be by my side. Mio! All I did for you.
You must have known. The other me. She couldn't follow you anymore. She passed all of her memories on to me, so that I could share everything with you.
Share everything? I have to know. How could you do this? Why are you on their side? What are you talking about? I felt him. With these hands. That sensation. The emotion. It was no illusion. And yet you still became Mobius, harvesting people, without even batting an eye. I want to know why. Isn't there a trace left inside you of your old feelings? Because if there was even a little... Feelings, you say? You dare? My feelings... My feelings have never changed. They're the same as they've always been. They're for you, Mio. The time I had with you meant everything to me. But now, it's all gone. If she truly is gone, I'll have to redo it all. Watch me rewind our clocks back to the start! Noah, my long shadow, you have stolen her away from me. I will extinguish you and take her back! Mio is mine! She's not yours, she's mine. You are nothing. She belongs only to me!
The runner-up in this category was also clear to me. It's the twist reveal in Xenoblade 1, when we as the players find out that all the world of Bionis and Mechonis is actually set in our real universe and the consequence of a scientific experiment. It's the pivotal moment for the Xenoblade franchise, as it elevated it from fantasy to science fiction and added an unprecedented layer of philosophy and meaning to what until then was only a great JRPG.
Where am I? This is my home.
Your home? Let's begin the experiment.
Whose voice was that? It is Zanza, before he became a god, when he was simply a man of flesh and blood.
No! The results have not been confirmed! It's too dangerous!
And that voice? It's Mayneth. Ridiculous! It's perfectly safe. We are about to bear witness to the birth of a universe. Once, only a god could perform such a miracle. But today, mankind moves one step closer to the divine!
Yes!
Number 9. Best Mecha. Mecha are a staple of all the Xenogames, but there's one that has a special place in my heart. It's the basic scale you first get in Xenoblade X. There's lots of fancier mecha in the franchise, but I just love this very basic design that you first get to control yourself, and that's a raw, bare-bones experience of walking, running and jumping around in this giant robot-like vehicle. It looks the closest to a realistic, functions-based mecha without any special features, and I like that. Hence why I have this model standing on my shelf. Number 10. Best Music. Yeah, alright, let's not do this. Honestly, I find it impossible to say which Xenoblade game has the best music. All the games have such standout soundtracks that in my opinion you could make a good argument for each of them. So let's hurry on to the next category instead. Number 11. Best Song. Alright, admittedly, not much of an easier task, but still more manageable. There's probably 20 plus songs that all deserve to be in the number 1 spot, but the one I chose is Your Voice from Xenoblade X. When I listen to it, I can feel this drive to walk forwards, all the while knowing how painful and disheartening the future might be at times. But it's worth it, so let's keep going, because giving up is the only thing we cannot imagine. And that's both something that resonates with me personally, as well as something that fits all the Xenoblade games.
Just make me awake. Oh, please tell me why must we waste this whole time? Don't look up there, where is your heart? Oh, please, I've always heard you. Believe what she said today. Remember how to come from the way.
Runner-up number 1 is Walking With You from Xenoblade 2. The tragedy and sadness this song embraces with an audible sound of understanding and deep empathy makes me want to cry whenever it plays. Things have gone wrong and we can but count our losses. This is no time for a happy end. Runner-up number 2 is the best battle theme of the franchise and possibly of the entire JRPG genre. It is Mobius Battle from Xenoblade 3. I took a closer look and for almost 3 minutes this song just keeps evolving until it finally repeats elements of its melody. It's such an epic, heartbeat increasing song that when I first heard it in the game, I literally had to lay down the controller because I was positively shocked by how great this song is. Pure hype, and it's not even the final boss music. Number 12. Best Opening. This is another easy one for me. The opening scene of Xenoblade 1 that shows Damban and his dear teammates fight against an incoming Mechon attack, culminating in a desperate counterattack, followed by the camera zooming out and showing a quick overview of the entire world of Bionis. And all that accompanied by the most ominous, dark, brooding music. That opening scene never stops giving me the chills. Number 13. Best Ending. Ironically, all the main games in the Xenoblade franchise have a somewhat lackluster ending, because they tend to leave things very open-ended. Something I really hate, especially in an industry where the wait for the sequel takes at least 5 years on average. That's why the best ending, in my opinion, comes from Torna, the DLC for Xenoblade 2. This ending is such a perfect mix of tragedy, hope, and ultra-dark foreshadowing. It really gives closure to all the open threads that the main game left players with. It also helps that it features an incredibly melancholic song that always reminds me of the soundtrack of the movie Donnie Darko.
I'll just say it won't be too long. Soon enough we will meet one day. Was a moment I know, but that moment will shine us through to the sky. So don't look back, let the moment be forever. Speed of time.
A strong runner-up comes from the other DLC game, Future Redeemed. Xenoblade endings tend to be rather long. So what I'm talking about specifically here is the scene where Shulk and Rex say goodbye to their, well, children and then walk into the light together with A. That part where these three legendary characters walk towards an uncertain future, talking with each other, has such a majestic feeling to it that every rewatch of it makes me happy and excited for the franchise's future. And them, adult Shulk and Rex are such great character designs, both on how they look and their personality.
Our future is in your hands.
We'll be waiting at the far edge of time.
You actually did see it coming, didn't you? All that's happened.
Right. And all that will.
The only thing I see is what the flow encompasses. But your hope lives on. That much is certain.
Number 14. Best World. This really comes down to two of these games, and if you followed my YouTube channel, you know which one wins this category. Of course, Xenoblade X. Xenoblade X features the best world of all the Xenoblade games. Xenoblade 1 is a strong runner-up with its fantastic world on top of two giants concept, but what elevates Xenoblade X above that is the seamlessness and how it's a fully interactive world. Interactive in that you can travel every bit of it. If there's ever a remake of Xenoblade 1 in 20 years or so, that lets you climb Bionis without load times and explore every nook and cranny of it, then my vote might change. But right now, Mira, the world from Xenoblade X, wins, because it is a truly fantastic and gameplay-wise more interesting world. Number 15. Best Xenoblade. Let's make it a quick one. The number one expertise of Monolith Soft lies with their unrivaled world design, strengthened by a truly interesting story that gives reason for exploration. Therefore, the winner of Best World is almost destined to be the best Xenoblade overall, and this is true for me. Xenoblade X is the best Xenoblade game. It still looks amazing. It has an amazing, unique soundtrack. The story, while unfinished, is incredibly interesting, and not only is its world the most exciting to explore, it's also paired with the most interactive gameplay, namely the super jumps and the varied running speed, plus the eventual scales that add flying to the mix. Pretty much all JRPGs are inferior to the level of interaction found in Western RPGs, but Xenoblade X makes one giant step forward in that regard. If I had any say, I'd wish for future Monolith Soft games to add even more interactive gameplay, but maybe give us a remaster or remake of Xenoblade X for Switch 2 first, because one thing is a fact: Xenoblade X deserves to be freed from the shackles of the Wii U. And these are my best offs for the Xenoblade franchise, up to this point. I think nobody would have dared to imagine in 2010, when Xenoblade 1 released for the Wii, that we'd end up with all these masterful games. Now that the Cloud Saga has ended, anything goes. All I want to say at this video's conclusion is, bring it on, Monolith Soft. We are so ready to see what your next generation of video games can do. Bye bye.